Pleased to say I'm joined by one of the debutants in this year's World Matchplay, Rowby-John Rodriguez. Thanks for the time. How are you doing?
Hi, mate. I'm fine, thank you.
And it's only been 2 days since the cut-off for the World Matchplay. You secured the last spot in the field for Blackpool. What have the last few days been like for you as you prepare to make your debut in another of the biggest tournaments in darts?
It was sleepless nights and nervy days for me. But I'm happy because in the beginning of the month or 3 weeks before, I was not far away, but I needed a good run somewhere. And because of the final of the European Tour, I was in a position where I can qualify, and that makes it was harder to recognize it. But yeah, end of the week, I am in. So that's the main point.
Definitely. Well, we'll come back to the match play, but there's lots to catch up on with you since we last had you on the show around this time last year, and we've got to start with the World Cup last year. You and Mensah going all the way to the final. What memories come to mind when you think back to that week?
We wasn't both I played many tournaments before, but I know Mensah had some problems with himself and was not playing many tournaments in that period of time. And I just remember Thursday he said, "Robbie, you have to carry me. You're the number one now. You played some tournaments. You're gonna start. You're gonna pull up." And I said, "Mensah, no. You're still the number one of us. I still look up to you, and you do still everything. Pull and start the game." And because we won the first game, that relaxed him a little bit. In the second game, he was on fire against Belgium, and I just finished the job against Dimitri. But that gives us a little bit boost. The first 2 rounds, let's say, was helping us our confidence to build back, or his confidence, because I was having a good year anyway. And it was a really good tournament for us.
Win against Northern Ireland in the quarterfinals sticks out. You and Mensah winning that pairs decider 4-3 to make that final session, and Mensah crawling on the stage, you sliding on your knees. What was that moment like?
Yeah, he lost his single match. He was disappointed. He was when he came back, his head was down, and I told him, "I'm gonna beat Darrell. I'm gonna beat him. Practice for the doubles. Trust me." And still he didn't practice in the back room, I think. But I beat Darrell, and we managed to win against in the doubles. It was nerve-cracking game, and I missed doubles to finish it off, I think, earlier. But it was. I was on my knees because the pressure was off. We won the game, and he was calling to me. We both don't know what he done there, because I was just kneeling on myself, and all the pressure came off, and he was just, "Okay, let's call to him."
Well, I'm English, but even I had to tip my hat to you two for that performance in the semi-finals. 109 average for Mensah, 102 average for you. You both win 4-1 to knock England out and make the final. What was that time like between that game and then going up to play in your first World Cup final?
Yeah, the year before we lost. Mensah won the singles. I think it was Michael Smith the year before, and I lost against Rob Cross, and I missed so many doubles in the single game already to beat them in the quarters, I think it was. And I told him, now it's our time, because we have Bill Open. Not sure we said Bill Open. We have get some revenge, and I was hitting Mensah won his singles really with a high standard, and I was finishing well against it was Cheese, I think, and my finishing on that in that game was just phenomenal. So it was great win, and I knew we both, because of this win, we both are in the Grand Slam. And afterwards, I told him, "Mensah, we're in the Grand Slam. You know that. I mean, we're in the final, yes, but that means also we're in the Grand Slam final. In the Grand Slam qualified." And he said, "Really?" Yeah. So we both qualified because of that, and because I didn't have a tour card in that year, and I couldn't play the qualifiers so that was the only chance for me to qualify for the Grand Slam. We managed the final, so I was in, he was in. It was great. And then the final, unfortunately, didn't went our way, but we had our chances. We should have beaten them in the doubles, but we missed doubles there to get 3-1 up, I think. And then it wasn't not going anything in our direction afterwards.
Yeah, as you say that the final against Scotland didn't go your way, but you did get in the Grand Slam for that run to the final. First time for you in that event since 2015, and this time you make it through the groups, beat Stephen Bunting in that winner-takes-all game. And you said to us last time about how much you were enjoying your darts last year. Did performances like that show that as well?
Definitely. Like I said, the private life is really good at the moment. I'm happy. I'm having fun playing darts. The results are coming back. My confidence is building. So everything together keeps you performing good. And I still have the. I mean, I was unlucky at the World that I finished 65th in the rankings. I had to go back to Q school, but I had some luck in the Q school to in the ranking. It was all. Yeah, I was. Sometimes you're unlucky, sometimes you're lucky. So it was hard time, but I'm in a good mood.
Good to hear. And you mentioned the World Championships there. You just fell short, one win short of getting into that top 64. And after such a good year that you had without that tour card, what was it like getting yourself ready for Q school again?
In the beginning, it was hard because of Corona. Some players were in the World Championship who didn't qualify, and that cost me. I mean, at the end of the day, it's my fault because I didn't win my second game against Luke, I think it was. I have it in my own hands, but because of some circumstances, I was kicked out of the top 64. So it means to me I have to go back to Q school. But I was confident after, let's say, week or 2 weeks later after the World, I was focusing again for the Q school, and I knew I would get it because I was playing good. But Q school is hard. It's just 4 days, and you have to perform there. You have to be lucky there with the draw and stuff like that. And yeah, I was happy that my points was enough for the tour card.
We had your manager Mick Lang on the show after Q school, and he told us the story of that dramatic final day as you waited to find out if you'd done enough to win back your tour card. He said you even went to bed as well. So what was that moment like when you found out that you had got your tour card back?
It was. I was really sleeping, and my girlfriend called me. My manager Mick came to the room. I couldn't handle it. Everybody was watching on the phone, and I was thinking I can't do anything now. So I got to bed. I was relieved that everything went on my side after the good year I had, and after the unlucky circumstances I have from the World. But I was relieved that I have a tour card for the next 2 years.
As a player, is there anything harder than something like that when your fortune is essentially out of your own hands? You've got to wait to see how other games play out.
Definitely, because it's always better if you have it in your hands, and if you have to rely on some results, it is hard to take because you have to watch it. You're counting all the points, and you just have to wait. So everybody done that for me, and I just said, okay, I'll go to bed.
Well, on to this season, your first year back with that tour card, and fair to say that you've made your mark on the Euro Tour, 2 quarterfinals, even before that run to the final a few weeks ago. How much have you enjoyed those runs and the scalps that you've picked up on the way?
Yeah, I still, like I said, I'm playing good. I'm playing with confidence. I'm playing with fun, and there's with that 2 quarterfinals, it was hard for me to get over the quarterfinal because it was a new situation for me to play, let's say, midday, and then you have a big break and play at night again. So I was asking some players, the top players, what are you doing to help me out? What are they doing to be ready again at night? And I tried some different stuff. That 2 tournaments didn't went out for me, but I played all right. In my opinion, just Poland was better. And in Trier at the last European, I was ready for the night session, and I came over the quarterfinals. So I told Mick, this is the first time I came over the quarterfinals against Nathan, and it was a hard draw in Trier. From the beginning, on, and in the semi-final, I played against Madas Rasma, and that was the point where I think, okay, this game, I think I am the better player, or it's my game to lose now. The other games, I was the underdog, but I managed to win them. Yeah, so for me, the hardest game was definitely the semi-final.
Well, what a run it was to get to that first Euro Tour final. We've got to talk about, and I mentioned it, the showman shot, as I'm calling it, 2 treble 20s, then you rev up the crowd for more noise before throwing that third dart. We saw you do it at the World Cup as well, but where did the inspiration first come to do something like that?
On stage, if the crowd of celebrating every treble, I was just thinking, okay, let's do this. And I've done it in some exhibitions already, but I've never thought to myself that I will do it on stage. But it is working for me. If it's in, everybody loves it. If it's not in, it is close. It's not that far away. But I just feel for myself that is helping me to relax the last dart, because years ago my last dart was the problem in my throw. So for me, there's a little bit of break time and focus again for the last dart. So, because sometimes the last dart is the most important dart, and if you're pulling it or snatching it, it's one dart who could make a title or another title. So it is helping me. I'm not doing it for. Of course, there's a little bit for the crowd because they love it, but if it's not helping me, or if it's getting me out of my concentration, I wouldn't do it. But I have fun, like I said, in playing darts, and I was thinking I have to give them something back, and it is working.
Yeah, we're enjoying seeing it, and we remember Peter Wright doing it a few years ago at Ali Pali when he was breaking through. The crowd loved getting involved with him on the doubles. What's the reaction been like from your fellow pros? Because we've seen Goen Price, Luke Humphreys, they've tried doing it as well when you've played them, but has there been anyone that's maybe took exception to it?
Even if it is their problem that they have disturbed them, because it's my throw, so I can do what I want to do, and but they do it just we have some fun, even if we are competing on the biggest stage of them all. There's a little bit of fun, and they try to do it. Nobody hits it against me, but I always smiled, and they smiled. I gave them a fist bump too. For me, it's alright if they tried as well, and it's cool because, like I said, you have to have some fun and give the crowd something to show to give it back.
You and Luke, you served up one of the matches of the year in that Euro Tour final. You almost won it, missing that match start in the decider. But coming off the stage that night, what were the main emotions you were feeling after a weekend and the run that you'd had?
It was between disappointment and happiness or proud to reach the first final for me, for myself, but also disappointment to lose the final. Even if you have a match right, you want to win it. And if that match went in, I would be a European champion. I would be secured for the World Matchplay. I wouldn't be that under pressure from the last week. Would put me. Yeah, you can call yourself a champion afterwards. But like I said, it was hard to take. But I didn't have so much time to relax, because after a few days later it was the European qualifiers again and the Pro Tour to make the World Matchplay. But after now, I am really proud of myself. It just there have to be, in my opinion, it is good that there's a disappointment, because if there's no disappointment, you will never ever win a tournament, because I want to win tournaments, and I think that also was good for my head, that okay, you're not enough, the second place is not enough for you, and you reach a final, and you can do it anytime again.
Yeah, definitely a good sign. And as you say, you go into that last lot of Pro Tours before the cut-off for the match play on the cusp of those spots, and you bring out your best run on the floor this year with that run to the quarterfinals on the first day, which moves you into the spots. Did a run like that take some of the pressure off going into those last few days?
No, a little bit, yes, because I was the guy who they have to catch for, and not 100% because I was in a similar position 6 years I think ago, and I just missed out on World Matchplay because of I think it was countback, and I knew even if on the last day if I'm early out and they came to let's say quarterfinals or semifinal and they have the countback, their age. So until to the last start, until everybody was out, there was no relief or pressure off.
Going into that last event, you then picked up a couple of wins before going out to Peter Wright, and then it's another wait to see if you'd done enough. Did you stick around in the venue this time, or did you get away and go to bed again?
I did go out of the venue. I wanted to get the taxi as soon as possible to sleep because I would drive with the taxi to the Manchester airport and I would definitely sleep there. But there was no taxi for me, so I had to wait outside. But I lay down outside, and I had a nap as well outside of the venue. But still I couldn't really relax. But as soon as some players went out, I knew from the venue, I knew there are not many people anymore who can catch me up. So I had a look, and it was I think in the last two players was Vincent, and as Vincent went out, it was only Mensa to catch me if he wins the tournament. So there was a little bit of relief after I knew only Mensa can catch me, because I knew one of us is going to the World Matchplay, and we're in the same management with Mick, so I told Mick, "You're definitely going," and it was one of us. But Mensa lost then to Demonetta, and I was having a bowl of water in my hand, and I just poured it over my head and called my girlfriend and told her I've done it, and I was relieved.
Good times. Yeah, Mensa was the last one, as luck would have it, that could have caught you, but he went out in the quarterfinals. And you mentioned it, you came so close to getting in the World Matchplay 6 years ago, just missed out. So how good did it feel when you found out that you'd done enough this time round?
It was, like I said, 3 weeks ago I wouldn't even think about it. To be fair, I already planned doing this week the floor in the house. So now I have, instead of a week off, I have 2 days to do the floor. But it is what it is. Like I said, I would love to have some days off, but some players want to play the World Matchplay, and I've done it, so I have to do the job at home, but I will be back on the stage again. So, and I am really proud of me, what I've achieved in the last 6 months, in the first 6-7 months this year. After the great run, after the great year from last year, I kept on practicing, I kept on getting good results, and here I am. In the first half of the season, I'm in the World Matchplay.
Yeah, things are going well. You made the match play. You're going to make your debut this weekend. You're pushing towards that top 64 again. When you're on a run like this, do you have time to reflect, or is it all focus on the next event, trying to build on what you've achieved so far this year?
In the last 3-4 weeks was immense. I've achieved a lot of stuff, starting from the Euros in May, I think it was. So with the two quarterfinals, stuff like that, there was a little bit of relaxing time and realizing what I've achieved. But I'm still hungry. I'm not happy. I'm happy with how much I achieved, but there's still more to come, and I want more. And it gives me the feeling I am one of the best players in the world, and I can beat. Like I said in another interview already, I think I can beat everybody.
You've definitely been proving that, Rowby. Congratulations again on the run to the final on the Euro Tour. Congratulations on getting to the World Matchplay, and we wish you all the best for that debut this weekend and what else is to come in 2022.